So welcome into my quiet space, a place where I start my day. Other than grabbing that first cup of coffee, I come right upstairs to meet with God. And the way I look at my time with the Lord is just that I love Him. I want to spend time with Him, and I know He loves me and wants to spend time with me. And every other interaction, every other relationship, every other thing I do has to flow out of that time with Him. And so my time, I mix it up a little bit. I'm not maybe as systematic as Clint is, but I do have it as a priority every day that I spend time in God's Word, usually in the Old Testament, a couple of chapters, along with the study notes for those chapters. My goal is to get through all my study notes in my study Bibles throughout the year. And then I'll spend some time in the New Testament. I'm always in Psalms and Proverbs every day. And what I use as a marker in the Psalms, that is a photograph of Clint and I when we were remarried in 2002. And on the back of that photograph, I have a Post-it note. And it says, God, how do you want me to pray for Clint each day? And I might jot some notes on that or review that a little bit and spend some time in prayer. And also where the Proverbs are in my Bible, I have a photograph of my 7 nieces and nephews, and I pray for each of them one day of the week. And so I'll go through that, do my reading, spend some time in prayer. I'm usually in a devotional book of some sort, and so I'll spend time there. And this year I'm using a prayer that's guiding every time I meet with God, and I'll spend time reading that prayer that I had written to Him on January 1st, out loud to Him. Clint mentioned journaling, and we're going to talk in depth in a separate podcast about journaling, but I journal as well. I've been journaling since 1979, and it's a huge part of my time with God. It gives me a chance to not only express my feelings and my concerns and the things I'm noticing, but what He's saying to me, what I feel like He's saying to me at the start of each day. And so I'll spend that time together with Him. If Clint isn't around and I can crank up some worship music, because I don't want to disturb his quiet time, then I'll do that, and I'll spend some time in worship as well. And you might also notice that I have some symbols around in my quiet time space. This is one of them, just this jar to represent my heart, and there's one piece of paper inside the jar, and it just says Jesus on it. And it's just a reminder to me when I see that each morning that I want Jesus to be that one thing that just fills up my heart each day. And that's part of why I meet with Him in the morning before I do anything else. I want Him to be that priority for me. So my marriage to Clint, I really look at Clint as my second husband and Jesus as my first. And my quiet time in the morning is my opportunity to be with my first husband first before I begin to interact with Clint or anyone else each day. So that's basically what my time looks like that I get to spend with the Lord. I love it. I look forward to it. I can't imagine my days without it.